Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the penultimate chapter of the inaugural Ross Employee Esports Tournament. Today, we're playing Rocket League. That's right, Rocket Cars playing soccer. We started, as usual, with 12 teams, and we've whittled it down again to 2. These 2 teams will be going at it for the right to call themselves the first ever champions at Ross Video of Rocket League. It's EDJ versus Kanata +1 as we welcome you into the studio once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Cameron Reed, and joining me, as always, is my color commentator, Kyle Costin. Kyle, how's it going today?
Actually, kind of terrible.
Terrible?
We're almost on the tournament. We're gonna be done.
Oh, jeez. Can I see some lulls in the chat? Let's Twitch chat. Let us know how you felt about that bit. Anyway, I think in all honesty, we're both doing awesome. It's another day on the clock, another day where we get to cast some awesome games that our fellow employees are doing. Won't spend too much time on the introductions today, as I'm sure most of you have already been tuned in all week. But again, I'm Cameron Reed. I'm on the sales team here, Esports Business Development Manager. Started with Ross in 2019. Been with the company about a year and a half now. Kyle, tell them just a bit about yourself.
Developer for the dashboard team. Been with the company for about 2 years, some co-op, some full-time.
All right. Well, there you go. You know who we are, and let's start focusing in on who this day is really all about. It's our players. It's the teams competing to be champions. Again, we saw them just a second ago in the live shot. It's going to be EDJ going up against Kanata +1, and we've got their rosters prepared for you. We'll first take a look at EDJ's roster. It's going to be Darren, Humdar Hum, Jake, Bot, Light Touch, Jazokas, who you've seen in our other episodes as well. Jake's a returning champion from a previous video games that we were playing. And then Dan D. McLaren, and they're going to be going up against the lineup of Kanata +1. Kanata +1 is led by Mike Woboat Collicut, and they also have Steven Stove Highland and Gabriel Jensen on their team. So now that you know who's playing, let's take a look at the tail of the tape and see how these two teams line up against each other statistically. The great thing about Rocket League, ladies and gentlemen, unlike League of Legends and Valorant, but after that, is that it's just rocket cars playing soccer. I think just about everybody in the chat has probably seen soccer or football at some point in their life. The stats are pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to say what they mean because I think you know what a goal looks like. But Kyle, please break down what story are you seeing when you look at these numbers?
Well, Cameron, first things first, there's about a 32% ratio on their accuracy for their shots for EDJ. EDJ is taking about 9.4 shots a game and scoring about 3 of them. So it's about 32% accuracy. What's really important for EDJ is their team cohesion. About 80% of their goals are assisted by somebody else. They're not solo shots. Somebody gets a goal, but one of their teammates have always been there. If you compare this to Kanata is definitely taking less shots at 6.1, but they're scoring a bit more percentage-wise at about 38% of their shots go in. What's a bit worrisome is that their assists are a bit lower, which means they may not be working together as well as a team, but it may also just mean that each one of them can stand on their own fairly well.
Interesting. So Kanata taking less overall shots, but making each one of those shots count a little bit more. EDJ playing a little more aggressively, taking a lot of shots, and working together perhaps a little bit more as a team instead of relying on individual heroics. So that's how the sort of teams line up. Let's take a look at the team captains and see how they line up. You see Jake there looking like he's trying to calm himself down, get a quick yawn in before the match, make sure the nerves aren't too bad. Let's take a look at Jake's Bot Light Touch stats here individually. Kyle, what do you see here?
Yeah, so Jake's got a pretty good 42% accuracy on his shots, which is a bit higher than his team average. He's carrying about 50 to 55% of his team's goals, which is more than the average 30% that 1/3 of the team should be carrying. He's going to be a pretty strong competitor here.
All right, and let's take a look at Mike Woboat Collicut before we jump into this game as well. What do you expect from him today?
So Mike's got about the same level of scoring here. He's carrying about 50% of his team's goals. What's really interesting is the stats are telling me he's got 110% accuracy, taking 1.13 shots per game, but somehow scoring 1.25 shots per game. And we started. Okay.
Yeah,
right
that started a bit quicker than we might have been expecting, but hey, we're in the match all the same. We got on the blue team, we've got Kanata, and in the orange trunks, we've got EDJ going up against it. And here we go, jumping right into the action.
Yeah, so what we're going to be seeing a lot here, there's a lot of things that count towards their scores, but there's also a lot of things that you don't see in the statistics. Stuff like centering the ball, setting up shots. These things aren't shown as much in the scores, or in the statistics, but they're shown in the scores, and you can see that when you're looking at their scores. Wow.
And already we've got Stove taking an aggressive shot on goal, just hitting the top bar, almost got that in.
Wobo with another shot. Uh-oh.
And
Humdar with the shot. Wobo with the save.
With the save out of nowhere.
They're definitely feeling each other out during this match already. Humdar with the setup.
And feeling each other out is going to be important in this, because today we're going to be playing a best of 5 instead of the usual best of 3 format that we've been doing so far in some of the other games we've played. The matches go pretty quick in Rocket League. As you can see, there's only 5 minutes on the clock, and it's a fast-paced action game. And we thought, why not give the teams the opportunity to really sort of duke it out over a longer series and ensure that the best team has the best shot at winning this championship today.
Exactly. Plus, 2 or 3 games isn't enough. They're short games. Who doesn't want to watch more?
Oh, and Wobo with a shot on goal, but D with a nice save there, keeping it tied up at 0-0 as we head nearly to the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, they're making it look easy, but this is a very mechanically difficult game, Cam.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievably difficult. When I got tapped to direct the Rocket League Championship Series a couple years ago, which I did direct for a couple years, as you do, I downloaded the game and wanted to learn everything I could about it. Wow, I had a real hard time for at least my first 100 hours in this game having any idea how to do anything. Go ahead.
It's a difficult game. It looks simple on the surface. It's just a bunch of cars driving around. What's not to understand? But the mechanics required in doing things like these aerials when the ball's up in the air and you see them colliding with the ball midair, like D right here, taking the shot in the air.
Oh,
and he gets it in.
Great shot, the double touch aerial. Here we're going to get the instant replay. He rides up the side, passes to himself, gives it that nice light little touch that it needed to hit the corner. Boom. 1-0, EDJ taking the lead. 2 minutes 11 seconds on the clock.
Ooh, that first kick. Oh, Stove knocking his teammate out of the way.
That's not the strategy you want.
Oh, D with the aerial, light touch. Stove says, "Get this out of here."
You love to see the camaraderie in the chat, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that up in the top left, but the team's kind of congratulating each other. Hey, nice shot, nice pass. Good sportsmanship here at the Ross Employee Esports Tournament.
Speaking of the chat, can we get some support for EDJ or Kanata +1 here in the Twitch chat?
Somebody needs to find out Stove tying it up with a shot. Nobody in position to defend. Humdar and Bot Light Touch both double committed to that, which meant neither of them was in position to rotate back to defend the goal. Those double commits are one of the things that really get you in trouble when you're on defense. Got to coordinate who's taking that touch, almost like in baseball on a pop fly.
Oh, Humdar almost with the 5-second goal. See, and that's the risk with getting a little cocky. You commit a little too hard, you go for it, thinking you've got it, and somebody just steals it right underneath. Humdar going for another aerial, just barely misses it.
Yeah, and it may have been a bit of a mistake on the side of EDJ to double commit to that defense, but props as well to Kanata for being right in position to take advantage of it. The awareness and just going straight for the shot into the goal when they knew the net would be wide open. We got a dangerous situation here.
Ooh.
Oh, his Stove gets the kick out, but Wobo unable to clear it.
Uh-oh. They're open.
Oh, that was a dangerous touch right there. Woboat knocking it right to the... Okay, but the clear... Oh, it's a tense situation.
Again, they make it look so easy. You know, they just drive over to the ball and there you go. They hit it every single time. Doesn't go that way when I play.
Well, we may be heading to overtime in our very first set here, which would be absolutely amazing. Telling me we've got a really exciting match ahead of us if this sort of trend continues to play out. Overtime is sudden death if we end up there, as this nearly misses just wide left.
And
the ball hits the ground, and we're in overtime. As I said, overtime will be sudden death, guys, so whoever scores the first goal will be the winner of this first game in our best of 5.
This is going to be a tense 5 matches, isn't it?
Oh, I got a feeling. Rocket League never manages to disappoint. It is the tagline that we always used when I was directing this show was, it's the world's most exciting esport. And you know what? I may have been working for them, and so maybe I've got the rose-tinted goggles, but I have to say I agree.
Yeah, it's friendly for everyone. Anyone can watch it, you know. It's not as complicated as some of the other esports out there to watch, at least.
Correct. No, absolutely not. Anybody can sit down and enjoy this. My wife used to actually watch Rocket League when I was directing that. Most of the shows that I directed, she didn't have a tremendous amount of interest in. Wide open goal! And Woboat scores!
Look at the celebration there.
1-0 in this best of 5 series.
You got a bit of celebration there from Woboat. Oh.
Wow, what the way to take advantage of the wide open net by Woboat. Scoring the goal, putting his team up ahead. You see GG's, nice one, nice shot. Again, good sportsmanship in the chat. As we take a look at the team captains, they've got 50 seconds to sort of sort themselves out, right? What does Jake have to tell his team here, Kyle? Because that was a really even match, but it's easy to get down when you lose in overtime like that.
Honestly, I think they're underestimating Canada +1. I think that's the risk.
You think so? I mean, the stats did seem to show that EDJ was just a little bit bigger in every category. That could be exactly what's going on.
And everybody loves the underdog. But I think in this scenario, I think the stats have lied a little bit. I think these teams are much more evenly matched than their statistics show. I mean, that match just showed it.
Well, we'll welcome you back into the studio briefly while we wait for Game 2 to get started. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Cameron Reed, Esports Business Development Manager here for Ross Video. Joining me, as always, is my color commentator, Kyle Costin, on the Dashboard Development team. We're currently watching the finals of the Rocket League Ross Employee Esports Tournament between EDJ and Canada +1. Canada +1 is up to a quick 1-0 lead in this best of 5 series as we're getting ready to jump back into the action.
It's definitely, I think we're definitely in for tense few matches. But
well, if that first one was any sort of an indication, Kyle, I think you're really hitting the nail right on the head with that.
Ooh, a very aggressive intro here. Not even 10 seconds, and they've kept it at the goal. Ooh, Bot going for the shot, though.
Woboat in position for the block, as is Stove. Oh, but they just whip and Bot light touch. Jake scoring it. Let's see the instant replay here. You see Stove commit, but Bot light touch. Oh, Woboat got
just over that goalie.
Tried to challenge for the touch and was just too slow, allowing Jake Bot light touch Jizokas to put it in the net. 1-0 EDJ.
Oh, Humdar trying to even things just a little bit. Oh. And here's the thing. The ball moves so fast that sometimes one wrong move, you just watch the ball. It may be a few seconds before it goes in, but you have no chance.
Yeah, this game is happening faster than it seems humanly possible to keep up with. Sometimes I'm just absolutely beside myself with how well these guys are able to pay attention to what's going on. Unbelievable.
Oh, here goes Woboat. Oh. See, Woboat goes up for the aerial, but D matches him. Woboat stops the ball. Takes it right out of Light Touch's hands. Uh-oh. There's that coordination we were talking about.
Oh, man, and it's a 2-0 lead now on the side of EDJ. They seem to have been maybe the beast that was woken up and poked during game 1. They know they got a match on their hands, and now they're playing with fire.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely didn't like that overtime ending right then.
No, not that you would. Okay, so now we see it's a 2-0 lead for EDJ. Kanata +1. That's a much like soccer. That can be a difficult lead to get to mount, but we'll see if they're able to just put one goal at a time. They're under a lot of pressure. Again, D scores again.
And here's that the effect of the streak. The team starts to get a bit. We call it tilted in the games, but they start to get a bit frustrated, kind of downtrodden, and it makes it a bit harder to play. You get too tunnel vision, focus.
That's absolutely right. Sometimes, it's those adjustments between games that often, make the difference between good teams and great teams as well. That was sort of always Phil Jackson's thing. I remember watching the Lakers growing up in a really great era for them, 5 championships with Kobe. And every single time you would see the Lakers go into halftime with a certain score and come out with a totally different mindset and a totally different result in the second half. Could that be what we're seeing from EDJ?
And that's what the hope with these little cooldowns between each match is as well. Just to give them a chance to kind of, what went wrong? What can we fix? Like Wobo trying to slip it in there.
Very close to putting that in there. He needed somebody else to help him to set that up, though. As we see now, EDJ back on the attack. Stove, Gabriel, Wobo, all in position, desperately trying to defend the goal. They need to clear it here and get it back onto EDJ's side of the field, of the pitch.
Oh, Wobo, nice clear. Oh.
Attempts the clear, but Light Touch in perfect position to keep the pressure on and just narrowly missed.
They're going with that double commit again, and I think Wobo's going to make him pay for it. Not right now, but they'll slip up.
Okay, it looked like EDJ went back to their side to collect some boost. You see these boosts around the map, by the way, these little sort of nodes that they go over. That gives them the energy, effectively like the NOS, or the fuel, that they need in their car to do some of these more impressive aerials and to speed up quite a bit. And that's a very important part of playing Rocket League, is managing your boost and keeping it high so that you've always got it available when you need to do something like an aerial or get an important touch on a ball that's almost going to score.
Absolutely. Yes, as you can see right there, right as you said it, Stove boosted forward and took the ball right out of a perfect spot for a shot. He didn't want them being set up again, because they've shown time and time again that they will capitalize on their setups. Like here. Oh, but Gabriel stopped it. Hamdar trying to, 50 seconds on the clock
here. It's a 3-0 lead. Looks like we're going into game 3 all tied up at 1, Kyle.
Yeah, they're definitely, there's the confidence too. Now that EDJ has a bit of that 3-score pad, they can play a bit more reckless, and they don't need to be worried. So now EDJ is probably just going to want to wait out the clock. They don't need to score. They don't need to push it. They just need to keep it out of their net. 15 seconds, I think they know nothing's going to come of this.
Yeah, no, this one's all over but the crying. Just another pad point for the stats there from Humdar. Why not? Might as well. But, at this point, Kanata +1, probably already regrouping, probably already talking to each other on comms. Okay, let's not get down. This was just one game. We know we can compete with these guys. We already proved that in game 1, beating them in overtime. Let's got to get that focus back, make whatever necessary adjustments going into game 3.
Yeah, that's the whole point of these extra goals at the end, is just kind of a bit of salt in the wound. Like, hey, look, we're going to win 4-0. All right.
All right,
EDG's
well,
typed it up.
there you go. You take a look at the scoreboard there. D with 2 goals and assist, a save and he is 100% on shot accuracy, by the way. Really amazing game for D. You look at the stats at Canada, and they struggled. It certainly seems as though EDJ made the necessary adjustment to what Canada was doing in game 1. Can Canada then counter and make the adjustment to get back and do what they need to do to take out EDJ and go up 2-1 and make this a match point?
All right, they've readied up. Take a quick look at these team captains.
Oh,
Pause.
absolute focus on both of these competitors. You can see it in their eyes. They're ready to do this thing.
Woboat giving a bit of a pep talk there, it looks like. Trying to figure out what they should do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's critical. That's going to be absolutely important. I hope I don't sound too repetitive here, but that they need to really sort of figure out, okay, where did we go wrong here, guys? Was it just our mechanics? Because if it was just our mechanics, then okay, we can make those. We can fix that up pretty easily. However, if it was something strategically that we were doing, we need to figure that out now. As all 6 players are loaded up. We're about to jump into kickoff on game number 3. It's now a best of 3 for the championship here, Kyle.
Well, and they're on a nice beach. That'd be very...
Wow, and an amazing early goal from Jake. Bot light touch. You see it comes off of the kickoff, it bounces, and he just commits all the way. Woboat with the challenge, but just didn't get enough air to block that from going into the net.
Not even 5 seconds in. This is the match we're looking for, isn't it?
Wow, unbelievable. That's got to be a bit disheartening. You got to take something like that and say, hey, everybody gets a lucky goal once in a while. Canada +1, focus. We know our game plan. We know what we came here to do. We just got to play our Rocket League.
Stove with the save there from D. Stove going for it. Wobo gonna go for the aerial? Nope.
Oh,
Just shy.
just shy there. It just shows you how difficult those are to really hit and gauge exactly how high you need to boost. Exactly. Oh, his bot light touch gets another score. That's 2 goals already for Jake in this one. Taking a quick lead, making a statement here.
And look at that pass. D didn't even go for the shot. He just went for the pass. And that's where that 80% assist comes in.
You talk about teamwork, Kyle. That is it right there. He knows at the angle he's at, he doesn't have a great shot as Gabriel takes a shot on goal. But D was there just in time to get the save. Now Stove's on defense on the opposite side. He clears it up. Humdar gets the shot and the goal, though.
And there's those aerials again. Stove clears it, but Humdar's able to just get up there just in time and knock it back in.
That's right. And again, it's down to boost management. If you use all your boost getting that first touch, and then you're out of boost for the follow-up, because there's always going to be a follow-up from a team that's clearly as well coordinated as EDJ is here, then you're not going to be able to defend the goal. Got to manage those boost levels.
There's a lot of engagement here in the Twitch chat. People are realizing that Jake's kind of cranking up his game.
Can he go for the hat trick in this one? He's already got 2 goals, taking his team in an aggressive lead early. Oh, but Woboat, great position, knocks it just into the left corner there. He's not going quietly into the night.
Ooh. Bet you D's feeling that just a little bit.
Oh yeah, you gotta know they're pumped up after that. Let's go. Come on, we can compete with these guys. We're not giving up. We're here to win this thing.
Gabriel trying to center it up. Stove getting ready for the clear. Oh, but Wobo.
Nice touch. Nice clear by Wobo. And Stove with enough boost and a great save right at the goal. That one was certainly going in. Gabriel with the clear. Blue team on the attack.
Ooh. Oh, uh-oh.
Just misses the touch. D's there to try to take advantage. Humdar's in position as well, but they both miss.
Here it is.
And it's a wide open net and an easy touch in for Gabriel. 2-3 3 minutes on the clock. We got a game on our hands.
You see that demolition right in the center there? That really helped them. For anybody who doesn't play Rocket League, if you drive into the other car fast enough, it puts them out of the game for 5-10 seconds, and that was what they needed there. They set up essentially a power play. They set up a 2v3, and they were able to capitalize on it.
Absolutely, and that comes back to that boost management too. If you hit the there's another shot on goal, nearly in, but D with the heroic save, Wobo with the follow up, but the clear out by light touch. Woo, that got intense. As I was saying though, the demos, that comes back to boost management as well. You hit the boost at the right time and ram right into another player, you will take them out of the match momentarily. It's a great way to get an advantageous setup to score some goals.
Gabriel setting everything up. Can anybody capitalize? Not yet.
And our producer Tim in the background is wanting to know where the yellow and the red cards are. There's no yellow cards in Rocket League, just like there's no crying in baseball. Get out of here.
All right, D trying to keep it over in their side.
We got a shot on goal. Humdar, 4-2. 2 minutes left on the clock. Let's see how this went in the replay here.
Humdar just stole it and then bumped it right past the two of them.
Yeah, Gabriel just barely misjudged it. Humdar held back from the touch in order to kind of juke out Gabriel there. Gabriel took the bait. He thought he was going to touch it early. He went for the challenge, and then Humdar just put it right past him as soon as he'd cleared away.
Yeah, I try to play this game, and I try to be good at it. Humdar's actually, I played a few games with him. He's a buddy of mine. And it comes down to it. 9 times out of 10, he comes up to me and I go, he's lying. I can take this shot from him easily. And then he doesn't go for the shot. I overcommit, and then he just pops it into the goal.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle confirming that's Humdar's move right there. Let's see if Kanata +1 can make the adjustment and realize that it's all mind games when you get to that level. As we get another shot on goal from Humdar with the hat trick. 3 shots, 3 goals, line them up, knock them down 5-2 with just over a minute to play in game 3.
Gabriel just a smidge shy there of that save. Let's see if they can pull it off. They got 2 goals in quick succession. Ooh,
well, it can happen very quickly, as we saw at the beginning of this game, Kyle, with a 4-second score on the side of EDJ. So Kanata +1 definitely not out of this one yet, even though it looks bad for them as we cross the 1 minute mark with this. They got to get a score as quick as they can, regroup, get one off of the kickoff, and then they'll be in business again. We'll have a game.
Humdar trying to set up some shots here. Or you know what? You know what he's probably trying to do? He's probably just trying to count the clock down.
Yeah, I think at this point that's EDJ's play. They know, hey, not a lot of time left on the clock. We got a 3-goal lead. Let's just play this one out safely. No need to get fancy and leave our net open. Good, solid fundamentals, and we're going to championship point.
Stove almost had it there. Clear net. Uh-oh.
And just fought light touch, also getting a hat trick of his own. 3 goals on 4 shots. That's 2 hat tricks in 1 game on the side of EDJ. They want to be your champions as they're heading to game 4 after this one with a 2-1 lead, championship point. Only 1 more win stands between them and glory. But Gabriel caught him slipping there. He says, hey, you better not stop paying attention to us because we know what we're doing too. We earned our way here just like you did.
Yeah, they're just trying to show, hey, we may lose this match, but it's not over yet.
Absolutely not. 13 seconds on the clock. This one definitely all but wrapped up here for EDJ, but again, the series not over yet. Gabriel letting them know with that last score, hey, man, we're still paying attention.
And that's the thing. We talked about how it's all mind games. Even when the match may be over, it could be 100-1. But turning it 100-2 is just adding a little more to that side of this isn't over.
Absolutely. As as I'm unlocking wheels here for my folks as the spectator, we take a look at the scoreboard here. Look at that again. 2 hat tricks. 2 hat tricks in one game, Kyle, for the side of EDJ.
That's gotta hurt. But I mean,
really, right? I mean, there's not much another way to put it. That's just gotta hurt. You look at that as Kanata +1. Gotta be able to keep your head in there and not get dejected by that sort of thing. That's definitely a tough stat line to look at.
But as you said, it's not over yet. That first match was tense. Let's see where it goes.
That first match was tense. As you look at Jake on the left there, bot light touch focused. He's ready to win this thing. But, you see Mike on the right side. He looks like he's ready to play still. He's having a good time. He's talking to his team. That's what you want to see as they get ready to jump into the potentially final match of our Rocket League tournament here, guys, as the players are loading in. It's game 4 of the best of 5. EDJ has a 2-1 lead over Kanata +1. EDJ wins this. They're your champions. Kanata +1 playing for their very lives. As we jump on into the action, the countdown's about to get started before kickoff.
And let's just see that kickoff. That's what matters in the end, is having fun with your team.
Absolutely, Kyle. And I'm so glad that you brought it up. When you're in that competitive mode, and if you're kind of like me and you get really competitive, it can be a little easy to forget that, hey, we are all here playing video games after all, having a good time, employee kind of participation. This has been an amazing program. I want to thank Allison and Ian from HR for helping to put this whole thing on. What an amazing tournament in every game that it's been so far. For those of you who are watching, we will have a day off tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday with 2 very special guests to help Kyle and I judge Stardew Valley farms that some of our employees have been working on all month.
Yeah, that's sure to be worth missing tomorrow. Have that day off tomorrow, but we'll come back big on Friday.
Coming back big on Friday. Again, I'm not going to reveal who our special guests are. I will say that it's not J-Lo or Beyonce, but it's going to be pretty exciting no matter what, because we have 2 great guests. You're going to want to tune in then. As we jump back into the action, the first minute 15 of this has gone by with some sparring, some trading back and forth, but none of the high-flying spectacle that we'd gotten used to over games 2 and 3. It looks like Kanata has figured out what they needed to figure out on defense, rather. Can they translate that into goals and send this tournament to Game 5?
Well, an interesting fact, the semifinals were actually 3 teams. And so we had a team with, if you've been watching the last few days, Terror Man has been on a real streak in the last 2 tournaments, going 12-1 in League of Legends, and then just dominating in Valorant. His team was actually in the semifinals as well, and they did a 3-way battle. Terraman's team got eliminated, but that means these two teams, EDJ and Kanata, have played each other before.
That's right. They have played each other before. EDJ got the better of them in that last one, but it wasn't a blowout by any means, as Humdar gets the goal, putting them up 1-0. 2 minutes and 47 seconds between EDJ and the championship if they can hang on to this lead.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a bit of confidence in EDJ now. They're not as worried, even if they lose this match. I think they still have it. And like you said, Kanata's playing just to hold on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Kanata playing for their very tournament lives. Reckless abandon, certainly. Time to pull out all the stops. If you've been holding on to any secret strategies, Mike, Woboat, it's time to bust them out now. You got 2 minutes and 24 seconds to score some goals and fight off elimination. As Humdar puts in another one, his 2nd goal of the game here. 2-0, EDJ.
Maybe Humdar sees that it's 4:50. He wants to go home.
I'm not going to lie, Kyle. I've got a 2 o'clock call that I need to get to. I'm not going to say I'm rooting for anybody because that would be unfair. I'm the unbiased conduit of the information. But yeah, maybe that's exactly what's going on.
Ooh. Bot light touch with with the shot, but it was just a bit high.
Just a bit high there. That might have sealed it, but as we have it now, it's only 2-0, not an insurmountable lead. Scores can happen very quickly in Rocket League as Gabriel's on the other side of that, but he misses the touch to clear it. Orange back on the attack. Gabriel defending, trying to clear it out.
Gabriel doing a great job. Stopping like 2 or 3 people trying to get to that ball. Oh, bot's going for the aerial. Just to dump it over to their side.
But you take a look at it, and you know the Kanata +1 just has such a hard time getting it, not only first getting it to the orange side, but keeping it on the orange side as D scores his first goal of the game, putting his team up 3-0. Kyle, I think we might be looking at our champions.
This might be it. A minute 30. It can be done, but will it be done?
Oh, it's a pretty tough hill to climb if you're Kanata +1. I think Jake is probably having visions of Raspberry Pis and $250 gift cards to Best Buy in his future. And Mike is wondering, oh man, what do we got to do for the next tournament, next time we do this to get them back?
All right, here we go. And they...
And E putting it on. Scores another goal, 4-0. That's I'm calling it. This game is in the fridge. The jello jiggling. Butter's getting hard. The eggs are getting cold. EDJ will be your first champions, ladies and gentlemen, of the inaugural Ross Video Rocket League tournament. As you hear my dogs in the background having a hard time. They're my executive assistants here at the home office, making sure that all my appointments are made on time.
Now the question is, are they rooting for EDJ and they're happy, or were they rooting for Kanata and they're sad? Oh!
Yes. I think the answer to that question is yes. As we see EDJ now piling on a little bit, getting a little flashy here. D putting it into the lower right corner of the net. 5-0. What a tournament it's been for EDJ. What a tournament it's been for Jake, playing his bot light touch today. Multiple time champion. Kyle, this guy's just a gamer, man. He just gets it.
He's hitting all the stops. They're just playing with their food now.
Yep.
Humdar gonna... Oh, Stove telling him to keep it away. Woboat giving a nice little
and good for Woboat on that one. You feel good for Mike on that. They're playing their hardest here. They're still having a good time. You know, Woboat doing what he can to keep his team fired up, to keep them engaged. Good for him. That's good leadership.
It'd be quite the match if they turn it around right. Oh, Stove getting blown up by Humdar, though.
Big demo. EDJ just firing on all cylinders here. 15 seconds on the clock.
That half-turn aerial from Humdar, that takes a lot of mechanical skill right there.
All right, guys, here we go. 5 seconds to glory. EDJ, they might put another one in the net, but no matter what happens, they are your inaugural Ross Video Employee Esports Tournament Rocket League champions. Ball technically has to hit the ground before the game is over, but I don't foresee Kanata +1 being able to do anything about this here. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your champions, EDJ.
That was a great game.
It was an absolutely great game. You know, Kanata +1 came out of the gate swinging hard in game one, scored the overtime win, set the tone for the tournament, but EDJ just really got back and focused, played the Rocket League they knew how to play, and they were simply the better team today, Kyle, pouring it on the score category every single game, even scoring 2 hat tricks in game 3 of this best-of-5 series. As we take a look at the team captains, Mike's got to feel good. Thank you so much for participating, but really it's all about Jake today. He's the champion. As we welcome you back into the studio, we'll be back with Jake momentarily for an interview. I'm your host, Cameron Reed, joined by my color commentator, Kyle Costin. Kyle, share your final thoughts on that match.
I'm stunned. It was so close. The semifinals, I watched them as well, and they were just neck and neck the whole time. I think the confidence really helped EDJ just push it past that line for the last 2 matches.
Absolutely. They looked like they were playing with more confidence. They were swagging out, doing big aerials, doing big flip resets midair, getting the demos. They just looked like the team to beat in this tournament today. Congratulations again to EDJ, your champions. Kyle, that does it for you today. I appreciate you as always being here. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back momentarily with an interview with Jake, the two-time champion of the Ross inaugural Esports tournament. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the penultimate chapter of the inaugural Ross Video Employee Esports Tournament. Today we were playing Rocket League and we had an exciting best of 5 series go to game 4. And the man who's joining me right now, Jake, two-time champion in both Valorant and Rocket League. Jake, welcome to the stream. Congratulations, man. How does it feel?
Feels good. 1-2.
1-2, man. Where were you in League of Legends? Where's the hat trick?
I don't play League, but I bet I could have won that one too.
No, I was saying during the match you were obviously on comms with your team, so you weren't hearing the commentary, but we were talking about it like, Jake, this guy's just a gamer, right? He gets it, because the skill set for Valorant compared to the skill set for Rocket League, dramatically different. Tell us a little bit about how you prepared for both of these games.
I have like CSGO background for Valorant, and then Rocket League I have like 2,000 hours, so I've played quite a bit.
2,000 hours will get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Do you watch any of the Rocket League esports, any of the RLCS or the other ones out there?
I watch RLCS sometimes.
Nice. I used to direct that show, so you may be great at the games, but I want to get my props too. For what it's worth.
What season?
What's that?
What season did you direct RLCS?
Oh, I directed multiple seasons. I directed seasons 6, 7, and 8.
Oh wow, 6 was
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
so it was, I think it was London, Las Vegas, and New Jersey were the championships
Right.
in all those stadiums that we did. That
Nice.
game was awesome for me. It was one of my favorite projects I ever worked on. Rocket League's an amazing game. It's just so much fun to watch. The
It is.
fans and the energy at the RLCS really can't be compared to any other esports out there. It was a truly special project. I was really happy to have been able to be involved with it when I was.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, look, it's really not about me, though. It's all about you. You're the champion 2 times, multiple games. Shout out to any of your friends and family who may be watching home before we say goodbye.
Brampton boys again. Round 2.
All right. Well, Brampkin boys, I hope you're watching. Shout outs to you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be taking tomorrow off, so we will be back on Friday, though. And we'll be back to our original time as well at noon, where we're going to be judging Stardew Valley. You may be asking yourself, how the heck has Stardew Valley got anything to do with esports? Well, we're going to show you a pretty fun and interesting format. We've narrowed it down to 3 finalists who have tried to beautify their farm in unique, creative, and interesting ways. We're going to show you those farms, and we're going to judge it kind of like the Olympics, kind of like figure skating. It's a totally subjective thing. And we're going to be joined by 2 very special guests. So again, that's Friday at noon Eastern. Thank you so much. This is Cameron Reed signing off for today.